I recorded 30 seconds of my own voice, fed it into Fireflies,
Hi Ahmedullah, thanks for joining. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, and you?
and had an AI agent call me using a clone of my voice. In a minute I'll play you a clip, and I want you to guess whether it's actually me talking, or the AI. Quick subscribe if you want honest AI tool tests like this every week. Inside voice agents, there's an option called clone voice. The pitch is that it can make an agent sound exactly like you in about 30 seconds. I've used my usual AI voiceover on every video on this channel, so this is actually the first time you're going to hear my real voice at all, worth pointing that out honestly before we start. Clicking clone voice asks for microphone access, then gives you a fixed paragraph to read aloud. I hit record and read it naturally, no special performance.
This morning I walked along the river just as the sun was coming up. The water was calm and clear, moving slowly over the smooth stones.
Once it's done, you name the clone, confirm you consent to it being used under their terms and privacy policy, and you can play it back right there to check it before saving.
This morning
Now I build the actual agent around it. I keep it simple. 3 questions. What's your name and what do you do? What are you hoping to get out of this call? And do you have any questions?
Hello there, I'm your voice agent from Fireflies. How can I help you?
I skipped the knowledge base since it's not relevant here, and in instructions I just typed, make conversation based on situation, so it responds naturally instead of reading flatly. 5-minute session, English, and the voice is set to my new clone. Once it's live, I copy the link, paste it into a browser, type my name exactly as it needs to match, and join the call. It opens by greeting me by name and asking who I am and what I do.
Hi Ahmedullah, thanks for joining. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. It's nice to meet you. Could you tell me a bit about yourself? What's your name and what do you do?
I'm Ahmedullah. I run a YouTube channel reviewing AI tools.
That's really cool, Ahmed. Reviewing AI tools on YouTube sounds like a fascinating space to be in, especially with how fast things are moving in the AI world. What are you hoping to get out of this call today?
I'm just testing Fireflies AI voice agent clone. I'm mainly testing voice clone agent.
That makes total sense. It's great that you're putting it through its paces. Do you have any questions you'd like to ask while you're testing it out?
I'm just testing the clone of my voice. Thank you very much. I have no any question. Thank you again.
It was a pleasure chatting with you, Ahmed. Hope the test went well and gives you some great content for your channel. Take care. Ending the call now. Thank you for your time, Ahmed. Take care.
Thank you for it. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Goodbye, Ahmed, and best of luck with your YouTube channel. Take care and goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you.
I told it I run a YouTube channel reviewing AI tools. It responded naturally, then asked what I was hoping to get from the call. I said I was just testing the voice clone itself. When it asked if I had questions, I said no, and it wrapped up warmly, wishing me luck with the channel before ending the call.
Hi, Ahmedullah. Thanks for joining. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. And you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. It's nice to meet you. Could you tell me a bit about yourself? What's your name and what do you do? You're welcome. Goodbye, Ahmed, and best of luck with your YouTube channel. Take care and goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you.
So here's my honest reaction, side by side. Listening back, I'd say it's about 60 to 70% close to my actual voice. The tone specifically is around 60% there, but the accent came through cleaner than I expected. What really stood out to me is the pronunciation. It actually smoothed out some of the rough edges in how I naturally speak, which for a non-native English speaker like me is genuinely useful. Not just a novelty, but something that could actually help in a real meeting. So my honest verdict, this is close enough to be genuinely useful, not just a party trick. I'd actually trust this for client calls, especially in situations where clear pronunciation matters more than a perfect voice
Hi
match.
Ahmedullah.
It's not 100% me, but it doesn't need to be. It just needs
Voice
to sound
clone
natural
agent.
enough to hold a real conversation, and it does. One thing worth knowing before you try this yourself. That consent checkbox is real, and your voice sample gets stored by Fireflies
clone
once you save
agent.
it, so know what you're agreeing to before you record. Subscribe if you want more honest AI tool testing. See you in the next one.